What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with EvolutionTraders.com, and in this video is going to be day one on me trying to get funded with a new prop firm. Again, all of the prop firms that I am funded with, I currently love, absolutely have done my research on them, have taken payouts, so forth and so forth. But I am always looking for new kind of prop firms or companies or assets to put under management, especially when I've done my homework on them, especially when they're respectable, and especially when I like the overall funding process. The company that I started to work for and kind of get started on, this is going to be the day one, is Earn2Trade. Now their structure is a little bit differently, and the reason why I really like this, and I would recommend this to anyone who's just starting out and trying to get funded, instead of going out there and signing up to do an evaluation or a combine or whatever these companies like to call them, and let's say you take a $50,000 evaluation, meaning you go through the steps, you follow the rules, you hit your profit targets, you don't hit your daily max drawdowns. Once you get funded, you have $50,000, and it's kind of, that's it, right? What I really like about Earn2Trade is that if you can kind of prove that you have the skills and you can possess the risk management and you can possess the discipline and work your strategy and not get too greedy, you can actually go from a $50,000 account to a $100,000 account to a $200,000 account to a $400,000 account, and it kind of works as a stepping stone, as a ladder, right? So we obviously know that the more money that you have under management, the bigger size you can take with the smallest amount of risk, is how you really make the big bucks. A lot of times people blow up accounts or fail these challenges and do not get funded is because they try to push too hard too fast, meaning that you sign up for a $50,000 account. Let's say you need to make $3,000 in profits, and you go on max size, try to hit one home run trade, try to pass that, you go into big drawdown, you end up blowing that account, and then you have to reset, or you get discouraged and you think that this trading for a prop firm is not for you. You have to really treat it as a business, right? You have to really treat trading as a business as a whole. So what I mean by that is, especially when I start and I'm going through the process, going through the evaluations to get funded, I never like to push it. Now, I know that there's some people that, as soon as they get inside of the evaluation or inside of a combine, inside of that, kind of testing phase, where they want to go max size and they want to try to hit these big trades and reach that profit target as soon as possible. Now, I've always stressed that there's no rush, right? You have to think about it as when you get funded or when you're trading your personal account, this is a marathon. This, even though we're day trading, we might be in and out in minutes, in and out in seconds, in and out in hours. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's always something going on each and every single day, each and every single second of the day. So you have to kind of be smart. You have to stay disciplined. You have to be patient. You have to understand your strategy, your rules, and actually try to focus on growing an account very slowly. Those bigger days and those bigger wins will come. Not every day is a premium setup where when you take one particular trade, it's just going to automatically go 40-50 points for you if you're trading the NAS, or 10-20 points for you if you're trading the ES. You have to be comfortable with taking 5 points on the NAS. You have to be comfortable with potentially trading micros. You have to be comfortable with taking one ES contract and taking 2 to 3 points. It doesn't sound like a lot, but the more times you compound those days, the better overall you're going to be. So the name of the game is to get funded and stay funded. A lot of times we can get funded, but once we get funded, we're so antsy and so, kind of so excited to start, right? Now we're going to start making real money. So what do? We leverage up, we get away from everything that we did to kind of make that initial $3,000 price profit target, and then we blow everything within a week. The statistics, and I've asked a few prop firm owners or people that represent prop firms, what are some of the percentages of people that stay funded after getting funded? And it would blow your mind that it's between 14 and 21% actually stay funded longer than 2 weeks, that around a 70% hit rate blow out their account within the first week that they're being funded. Again, guys, this business is so we can make money. There is no rush. The stock market has been around a lot longer than I have been walking this earth, and it's going to be around a lot longer than you and I are both here. So what we need to understand first things first is the mindset. There is absolutely no rush. If you position your size down to where you can kind of make smaller profits but more consistent profits, that's exactly what I would say to do. Now, if we can see, today was the first day that I got started in this account. I am currently up $244 on the day. Now I need to hit a profit target of 3,000 before I can actually get funded, but there's no rush, right? You have to at least trade with Earn2Trade for at least 15 days. So I really don't have a time limit that I'm going to need to try to push this. If I kind of look at it, right, obviously I'm not going to make $200 a day. Obviously, you know, I don't know that I'm going to make $500 one day and $100 the next day. Maybe I might have a $300 losing day. But what I want to kind of stress is that if you kind of just basically do the general math, right? I made $244 on about 4 scalp trades trading the NQ. Now I'm going to kind of talk about my strategy as these days kind of progress. I'm not going to be trading ES and NQ as much. I will be trading more micros, but being that this was the first day, I wanted to take a little bit of an aggressive setup on my first trade only. That doesn't mean that if this trade was to go red, that I was going to keep trading NASDAQ contracts, NQ contracts, because that's how you can really dig yourself into a hole. I found a really good setup, which I'm going to go over here. As you can see here on my chart, I've got a lot of stuff going on, but I know how to use this strategy. It's my strategy. I've been using it for multiple years now, and I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with the risk. So just understand that. If you guys want more information on that, visit evolutiontraders.com. But you can see here at 9:05 Pacific Standard Time, we got a very nice green engulfing candle that was coming off of this bottom 5-minute support here, kind of holding this day's low, the 200-day moving average, as well as this linear regression. As we got this close over the 20 SMA here, you can see that 12,750 level here was our top. All I was waiting to see was a confirmation of that top, because over this top here, as you can see, there's a lot of empty gap here. That's what I want to see. I don't want to trade in between very tight moving averages. I don't want to trade in between the moving averages that are going, you know, crisscrossing, you know, like a snake, like an octopus, right? I want space. I need room, because if there's no room in the trade, then these trades more than likely are going to get stalled out. They're going to put you into drawdown. They're going to create a bunch of emotions that you really don't need. So you can see at 7:10 here, not only do we pull back right into this 20 SMA on the 5-minute time frame, but we hold, and then we start to take out this previous 5-minute candle, which is my indication why candle as to why I want to get in the trade. I want to get in the trade because of this candle here. Why? Because we were currently trading below the 20 SMA here, and now that we've just reclaimed it, it's starting to signify to me that there is a potential short-term change in trend. So as we close over this 20 SMA here, I'm just looking for that 2750 confirmation, and I want to get in and I want to start to take profits into 2762. So you can see that's about a 10 to 12 point move in a matter of 5 minutes. Now, obviously, if we continue to look at the NAS as it pushes up here, if I would have held that contract, maybe I would have been up $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, depending on how many contracts you're playing, how long you're holding it, how long you can, you know, withstand the emotions. Because if you just kind of look at here, when you do get into this trade, yes, it did push up, ran right into our supply zone, pulled back, and then pulled back some more. This kind of situation here starts to put newer traders into a lot of panic and a lot of fear, right? You get into the trade, you hold, you think everything is going great. You have no idea that there's supply here. It starts to sell off, puts you in drawdown, puts you in drawdown. You sell, and then you look back 20, 30, 40 minutes later, and the stock price is higher than what you bought it, and now you're kicking yourself in the rear, right? So be patient. That's why I always stress it. You don't need to hit the home runs. You know, if you can take 5 to 10 points out of the NAS trading NQ, or you can take 10 to 20 points out of the MNQ, which is the micro contracts, and maybe you trade 1 or 2 micros, I would say stick to that, especially in the beginning, especially when you're just starting out in evaluation, or you've just recently gotten funded, right? So you never want to go out full guns blazing, right? Even though I'm allowed to trade multiple NQ contracts, I'm not going to go out here and trade 3, 4, 5 NQ contracts. You know, one bad move, one kind of shakeout, one kind of rejection, and I'm down $500, $1,000. That's going to create a lot of panic. It's going to create a lot of fear. It's going to cause you to do a lot of stupid things that you shouldn't be doing. Size down. If you get into a position and as it starts to draw down, before it's hit your technical stop level, and you start to feel panicked and you start to like, oh man, I don't want to be down $100. I don't want to be down $200. Man, I'm just going to sell here and I'm going to rebuy back. Your size too heavy. Okay. When you get into a trade, you should just be as cool, calm, and collective as when you're out of a trade, right? If you're too anxious and you're too excited once you're in a trade, you're just size too big. Size down. Work on one MNQ contract, which is a micro contract. Yes, you're only going to maybe take $10, $15, $20, but do that consistently. Get comfortable with getting in and stopping out and getting in and stopping out, because this game is all about how to lose, not when you're going to lose. You're always going to lose trades, okay? Even your best traders, your best prop firm traders, your best retail traders, your best Wall Street hedge fund traders, they're all going to lose. Your best trader is only going to hit at about a 60 to 70% hit rate. And that is even high. I know traders personally that are only profitable 39 to 45% and still make a great living. And you may be wondering, how can you win 3 or 4 trades out of 10 and still be profitable? Because the losses are small and the winners are big. It's not rocket science. So we're going to be going through day by day. Today is day 1. I'm probably just going to keep it nice and calm today. Up $244 in my account. I was going to do that math for you. So even if $244, I have to trade for a minimum of 15 days before I'm even eligible to get funded. $244 times 15, that would be a total profit of around $3,600. Now again, I'm not going to make $240 each and every single day. Some days it might be 50, some days it might be 500. I might take a $200 loss, but if you can average around $200, okay, that's $3,600, right? That's $3,600. So you may start to think to yourself, what could I do with an extra $3,000? Can that pay your rent? Can that pay your mortgage? Can that pay your insurance? Can that pay your car payment? Can you take yourself on a nice vacation? That's only with 15 trading days out of the month. Guys, you don't need to make $1,000 a day. You don't need to try to hit a $5,000 to $10,000 trade. Slow and steady will always win the race. Be patient, be calm. Again, if you guys would like to join a prop firm that has great kind of rules and great structure, Earn2Trade, I'm going to put that link down in the description box below. It's going to be the first link in your description. There's a 40% off coupon code that will automatically be attached to the billing when you check out. Again, that link will be down in there. You can go through this process with me. You can join my Discord at evolutiontraders.com. We can trade together. We can go over levels in real time. The trade that I took was here. I sold into this demand here. I ended up rebuying some MNQs once we got over this 50-day moving average, kind of sold into this upper Bollinger Band. Again, guys, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm no mathematician. All I know is that this is supply, this is demand. When we clear out supply, potentially we could be going to the next supply zone. That's where I want to take my profits. When we do break down from these demand zones, we could potentially be going down to the next demand zone, the next demand zone, the next demand zone, the next demand zone, until we reclaim it, and then potentially we're going back. If you would like to learn my strategy and system, visit evolutiontraders.com. NASDAQ is making a hell of a run. For all of you guys who trade options, Tesla and Apple, those are going to be my 2 stocks. I'm currently swinging both of them. Again, I am not a financial advisor, not giving anyone any recommendations, but all I am saying is go ahead and check out Tesla's daily chart and check out Apple's daily chart. Both of them look very nice. I will see you guys on the next video.